Hey Pixies, and welcome to French Quarter Resort. Today I am sharing our room tour and setup here at Port Orleans French Quarter in a standard view room. So if you're curious about seeing what this resort looks like, learning a few little tips and tricks about it, as well as seeing the room, go ahead, click the thumbs up button and let's jump into it. So here at French Quarter, there are actually 7 different buildings here in this resort. You'll find these standard view rooms like we are touring today in buildings 1, 3, 4, and 7. So we're over in building 7 and literally the farthest away room, and it's about a 6-minute walk over to the main building, which is going to house your dining, your gift shop, your bell services, as well as your bus stop. So that is one thing to note for transportation here at Port Orleans French Quarter. You only have one bus stop, which honestly is really nice. You're not having to go through this big loop of multiple bus stops along the way. You go there, you hop on, and you're good to go, instead of adding transportation time to your ride of driving within your resort. You are, once you're on the bus, you're on your way to Magic Kingdom, you're on your way to Epcot, wherever you're going, you are headed straight there, no stops, which is really nice. And then another nice transportation option that they have here at Port Orleans French Quarter and its sister resort, Riverside, right next door, is that they have boat transportation. So you can run back and forth between those 2 resorts, as well as Disney Springs. So that's great proximity of being able to hop over, grab yourself a Gideon's cookie. If you're like us, we absolutely love going there. Plus there are tons of dining. So if you're planning a resort day or a relaxing evening while you're here, or even just a staycation, if you're not even going to the parks, that's a great way to just hop on a boat. It's a nice little relaxing ride all the way down the river, and you can go over there and be able to have a very nice dinner and then come back, watch a movie under the stars, do all kinds of fun stuff. So lots to do here at Port Orleans French Quarter. And our night here at French Quarter was actually hosted by travel agent Brianna Wallace, and she specializes in Disney parks, a cruise line, as well as other destinations. So if you are interested in getting a little bit of support and help along the way with booking your Disney vacation with some personalized assistance along the way that knows your travel dates, your party size, and what is going into the makeup of your vacation, then be sure to check her out. I will have her information linked down below for you to shoot her an email or hit her up on Instagram, and she'll be able to assist you along the way from the booking process all the way through. So be sure to check her out. And now let's dive into the room tour and setup. Alright you guys, so we did end up with another corner room on this trip, and so you can see that there you have a bank of windows on this side, and this side it is definitely dark and everything, but you can see a bit of the resort here, so it's nice and pretty. This is a standard view again, so that's what that looks like. As you come inside the door, we do have this little bistro table set here. It was more over towards where the slumber pod is now, but with how I've rearranged the room, we did have to scoot it just this way, just a tinge, to be able to do that. You have your air conditioning unit there right as you come inside of the door, so you do have a little bit of space there for people to sit and whatnot if you need to. And then again, we do have the windows. I'll show you kind of what that looks like really quick. It is dark, but you can see outside just a bit, so that's really nice to have. I did request the corner room during our online check-in. I did that on the mobile app and was able to put in that request, which is really nice, and they were able to honor it. Now it is just that it is a request, so there's no guarantees that you will get a corner room, but if this is something you like, you want to sit here and enjoy your view and the ambiance, you can definitely put in that request. They also have a couple of other options like ground floor, things like that. So depending on where you are in the resort and like what your requests are, they can definitely try and see what they can do. But let's jump back into the room tour. So just to the right of that, we do have our toddler's slumber pod. This is where our 4-year-old sleeps. She has graduated from a pack and play, and now we are using an inflatable bed. This actually is a twin size little crib mattress that we put on top of that works really great, and this is just perfect for her. We're able to keep her in her dark confined space, and she sleeps amazing in this thing, and we're actually able to still leave the lights on, enjoy the room, be able to get ready in the morning or get ready for bed, shower, do any work, things like that while they're maybe napping midday, and then we can still like move about the room. So nothing is like shutting down, all the lights off, laying in bed really quiet until they like go to sleep, because we've definitely had to do that when we haven't had our slumber pod. So if you know, you know. And then coming over, you just have a little bit of artwork here on the wall. So music and a drama there. You do have a large flat screen TV here on the wall as well. And then coming down, you do have kind of your dresser area, lots of like storage space, counter space here on the top. You have lots of outlets, which is awesome, especially if you're like us. You have like camera batteries and watches, and you'll have to charge your Magic Band and your phone and like all your things. This is perfect. It has 2 outlets back there and 2 USB ports on that side. So that's really nice. Coming down, you do have your ice bucket, your coffee maker with your Joffrey's coffees, your Earl Grey teas, Twinings, things like that. Coming on down, you have another set of outlets. So you have the one here that has the coffee maker plugged in, and then this is for our sound machine, and then 2 USBs there again on the end. So quite a bit of like counter space, storage space there, and where like places to organize things, charging stations, groceries, whatnot. They do have 3 drawers here in this dresser, and these are massive, like massive drawers. Like just like you can even see it from my arm, like that's just huge. Okay, I could literally even set my resort refillable mug in here and it would clear, no issue, you guys. Like holy cow, that is some monstrous drawers. So if you are an unpacking family and you like to like put things in drawers and organize, this is like gonna be right up your alley. They are all 3 the same all the way down, so I won't bore you with opening every single drawer, but that is how they look. So that's really nice. Coming into this section, now this looks like a mini fridge, but it does have the sticker like the beverage coolers do. A lot of times the beverage coolers do have a glass door, if you're familiar or seen in other room tours, but on this one it still does have the beverage cooler, cools to 41 degrees or above. So that is one thing to note if you're ordering groceries. I would err on the side of caution with dairy products, milk, you know, things like that you might need to order for your toddler. Yogurt pouches, Uncrustables, they're probably not going to keep in that refrigerator, sadly. I know that is a huge bummer for a lot of us because not happy that they're changing to beverage coolers, but it is what it is, and I just want to make sure to tell you that way you're prepared when you're ordering groceries for your vacation. Coming on down the wall here, you have a little shelf there and some coat hooks so that you can hang up your jackets, rain jackets, whatnot that you need to do. And then this is where our 2-year-old sleeps. We have her little slumber pod set up here. So this is a slumber pod that we bring from home. This is ours, but the pack and play itself is actually utilized by Disney. They actually have those complimentary. So all you have to do to get one of these is actually just press the resort services or the housekeeping button. Depending on which resort you're at, the phones can be a little different. It's not like one size fits all at all of the resorts, but it's gonna either be the housekeeping button or the resort services. So either one of those, and say, hey, we just need a pack and play brought out to our room, and they can get that sent right over. You can also do bed rails, and some of the resorts even do high chairs. So depending on what you need, you can always put in that request. The bed rails and the pack and plays are something that you're gonna find basically at all. Are something you're going to find at all of the resorts. So if you need those for your toddler to be able to sleep, say you have someone, say your 4-year-old sleeps in a bed and you want bed rails so that he or she doesn't fall out of the bed, you can definitely request 1, 2 of those, whatever you need, and they will send them right over free of charge. They are complimentary for you to use as a Disney guest. So just wanted to make that note. That way if you are traveling with little kids, family, with toddlers, babies, you are set, and it's one less thing that you've got to bring on your trip. But one thing I will do is bring a crib sheet, like a pack and play sheet from home. The way it smells like us, because Disney does not smell the same as home, and it just doesn't have that same vibe. So like, you know how it is. Your home doesn't smell like my home or your friend's home or anybody else. So that just kind of gives that little comforting sense that adds to that. It may not do anything, but you know, I am trying as a mom. That's the best that we can do. So inside of there, that's just kind of our little setup, and it fits right there in that space. Now there was a bench here that we moved into the bathroom area. So that's one thing to note. And so when you come in here and you're like, wait a minute, the furniture doesn't look the same, I did kind of customize the room to fit my family's needs a bit better. Now flipping around to this other side, this is a nice blank space. My husband and the girls are out watching the movie, so they have the stroller, but our double side-by-side stroller fits here perfectly. So we can just kind of pull it in the door, close the door, and we just like drive it over there and like park it and everything. And that is like the perfect little parking spot for our double stroller. And then coming on around, you can see here that we do have our 2 queen beds, which is really nice. So nice and comfy and cushy. So we're ready for a night of beauty sleep. And then under the bed is actually some storage, which is really, really nice. And I am so excited that so many of the Disney resorts are moving to this as they are getting kind of refurbed and refreshed a little bit. So that is awesome to be able to have some underbed storage. Coming here into the center, we do have one single nightstand with a drawer here. Get your Bible in there. And then on the top, you have 2 outlets and 2 USBs. Now, this is the Hey Disney that they have plugged into there. It's basically like Alexa, but with Mickey ears. And so you can utilize that, but if you don't want it, you can definitely unplug it, plug in your phone, your watch, whatever you need. Coming here, you do have your 2 outlets, and you guys, you have a fan. If fans make it or break it for you in a hotel room, I'm happy to report this one has a fan. So I don't know about your family, but we enjoy that. It's just, it adds to like the comfort in the room, the sound, you know, the whole thing. And then on this room, there is an outlet down here to the side too. So you have one more place to plug in things. So that is nice on that side. Let's see. Nope, nothing over here, but we do have that going on. You have a little bit more artwork on the wall of the French Quarter, which looks absolutely gorgeous. And so much French Quarter. I just love this detail, and I love the light and airy feel in these rooms. It's so nice. It feels so large. Coming into the bathroom, you don't have a door or sliding barn door or anything like that like some of the other resorts have, but you do have a curtain, so you can give a little bit of privacy to those here in the bathroom area. So if you're traveling with friends, family, extended family, whatever the case is, and you need a little bit of privacy, you can definitely do that with the curtain there. And then over here in the corner, you do have your safe. So you've got a little in-room safe. You can make your own little code and everything. So you are all set there. And then here up at the top, you have just extra pillows and blankets, things like that. Then you do have a coat rack with some hangers on that as well. You've got your ironing board and your iron over there in the corner. And then again, that bench was actually out there. So that was a little more open, so if you wanted to put luggage there or something, that works. But for us, we've just moved it there and kind of turned it into a luggage rack, which has worked well for us. We've got our owner's locker right underneath, and then over here in the corner you just have your trash can. So just the basics. Coming in here, you do have a very large mirror that is lit all the way around, so it feels nice and bright in here. Plus you have the 2 like can lights up there. I think that's what those are called, but recessed lights, I guess. So you have those 2 up top, which is really nice. So it feels very bright in here. So many times bathrooms can feel like a dungeon, and this doesn't. So I love that. Coming up here, you do have a nice little shelf on the back wall, so plenty of space. Like you can see, that's pretty deep. I've got our little like toiletry box there, so that's pretty nice, like how deep that actually is. And then you've got, of course, your Disney toiletries here on this shelf as well. And then you do have a double sink, which is really nice. If you do have 4 people in this room, that is really handy to be able to have multiple people getting ready at once. And then coming down, you do have some storage space underneath the sink, so it's nice and open. I like to store my collapsible laundry basket there. It makes it a little bit easier to just toss dirty clothes into that instead of having to worry about like tucking them back into a suitcase and them getting any kind of musty smells going on in there. It can get a little funky, and it's just really easy to grab it and go back and forth to the laundry. And then underneath, you do have a bit of storage, so if you had like a shallow suitcase or something like that, you could slide it under there if you needed to. And then up here, you do have your lighted makeup mirror and another outlet over here for you to be able to use for hair dryers, curling irons, things like that. And then you do have your in-room hair dryer there that you can utilize if you need to. On the door, you do have a full-length mirror here, so you can do your outfit check before you head out the door to the parks. And on this side, we do have some towel racks with towels, of course, all your basics in here. And then this is kind of our toddler potty travel setup. We have our collapsible potty seat back here, which is really helpful if you have a little one that is recently a potty trained and not quite comfortable with big potties yet. Then this is going to be your best friend for travel. You can fold this up really simply and even put them into your diaper bag and carry that into the parks or what have you. So that is really, really helpful. And then here underneath, we have a little squatty potty basically, and that's a nice little step stool. It feels really secure under my toddler's feet. I don't have to worry about it like toppling over or anything. It folds up and will actually fit in my 21-inch travel suitcase. So that's really nice. It does fit in my carry-on. So if you're a carry-on only family, it will work for you too. And then coming into the shower, you do have your tub and shower combo, kind of have a little bit of a ledge back here, which is nice. And then all of your Disney toiletries. So you have your shampoo, conditioner, and your body wash there. And then coming around, you can kind of see a bit of how the shower head looks. So just your basic tub and shower combo in here. Nothing super fancy, but it is nice. And if you have a little one, this bathtub is beyond nice because sometimes some of these hotels will just have showers. So if you are a bathtub family, this is gonna be awesome for you. And then here in the curtain, because we are in the French Quarter, we are in New Orleans, of course, we have to give a little detail to Princess Tiana. So you've got Princess Tiana and Naveen in their frog forms. You've got their crowns. Then you have some other little froggies here. So that's pretty cool to have those little details in there. So if you have a Tiana fan in your family, then that's gonna be really cute for them to see. And just such little like subtle details that are awesome. But thank you so much for following along on today's room tour and setup. If you would like to see more, I will link my playlist right over here that you can go and check out that has tons of other resort room tours and setups so you can see exactly where a real family looks like in a room. So I will see you guys right over there.